Alright.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's about Win Games here, and who am I with, and what did you do?
So I'm Anthony, Anthony Sidlow, and I did Lyrilusc Tri-Brigade today. That was my variant.
Nice.
Little bit of tech too.
Nice.
Random text.
Random text?
Yeah, you'll see it when we get to it.
Alright.
It's pretty fun.
Alright, so matchups today?
Matchups. Alright, round one, I played against Live Twins. It was a pretty slow matchup. And then round two was Flunderies. Round three was who was round three? Damn, that's a good question. I know round four was Lyrilusc. Got your boy Nestor right here. Round three, bro.
Round three was Mutants.
Mutants! Oh my god, that deck's insane.
Yeah.
Mutants at table 6 today, or in 6th place. Shout out to Nick.
Shout out to him, bro.
Alright, but yeah. So those are my matchups. Lyrilusc Mirror in the final.
Lyrilusc Mirror, bro. Alright, let's just get started, bro.
Alright, so starting out with the main deck.
Yeah.
Of course, 3 copies of Warbler, best starter, free special, like your opponent, it's Sidra but better, your opponent doesn't even need to control a monster, and then a second special on top of that. Also a good extender for later in the game if your hand's like weird or whatever.
Yeah.
Another extender, it really sucks to see multiples in your opening hand, so if anything to optimize it, I'd probably cut it down, but having less names does sort of suck.
Yeah.
At the same time. 3 Cobalt Sparrow, just add to hand, can't target. It's an all-around amazing card. 1 Barrel Canary, which is controversial to most in terms of Lyrilusc build.
Yeah.
Since I'm running the Tri variant and I'm not running Pot of Desires, I figure having only one of this in my opening hand, or in my entire deck, is not bad since I'm trying to play through with my links and shit, and maybe end with the follow-up.
Yeah, I play 3 of these because I'm playing Pure.
Yeah. Pure, it's like a perfect card because you can just extend with it anywhere. Like if your opponent nibs on Before the Future Draco, you're like, all right, let me go back to my Lyrilusc plays. It's fucking fine.
Yeah.
Wagtail 2, 2 just because it needs some sort of extender in order to search, so you don't really want 3 of it. Yeah. And you can always just search it off of this or this, even though the next one dies to Droll, as we found out today in the mirror. I had to play through Droll, Heartbeat, Spell Storm, and then still try to break his board, which is nuts. Shout out to that. You did pretty well too. That was crazy.
Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
So onto the Tri package.
Yeah,
I'll do it over here. Oh, let's scoop this up. Got it. All right. So Tri package. It's gonna start off with only 2 Fractal. 2 just because it's a great starter, but at the same time you're not really looking to have it in your opening hand. It can be searched.
This is just more like the follow-up play instead of the starter.
Yeah, follow-up play, because the Lyrilusc, the engine is just so powerful by getting out like your full board. You can do the whole Tri-Brigade board with just Lyrilusc and also Nerval. Since Nerval extends into the Tri-Brigade engine, by being able to search Nerval through the Lyrilusc cards, and then special it off of the Lyrilusc cards, just like, it makes a really cohesive engine in part. And then you can with the Nerval, you can search either Fractal or the 1 Karis, which I have for just a just-in-case backup. It's a really weird ratio, but Karis itself is really bricky in the game because it negs you 1 with the discard. And since I'm not running Kit, and Nerval is just like, for a discard.
Yeah, why aren't you playing Kit?
I'm not playing Kit because the Lyrilusc package takes up most of the deck, bro. And I'm not really going to need more monsters in the grave by the amount of birds I'm summoning at the same time.
True. You always be linking them off afterwards.
Yeah. Someone showed me a variant, though, where they play Tri-Brigade Oath, and I'd only, seen the card. I'd never actually read it, but being able to foolish it with Kit, they were playing 1 Kit, and 1 Karis and 1 Oath, because Kit can foolish Oath, and I had no... Oath apparently protects against Droplet, someone said. I'm going to have to look into that, of course, but still. Yeah, so that's the Tri package. Under the hand traps, 2 Droll, 1 Nib, 1 Crow for, the actual hand traps. I've got 3 Imperm, but this is for the monster hand traps. And then the bricks, which can be used. You can actually just straight up normal summon these in the middle of your combo, and then extend through with the Lyrilusc plays, which is pretty good sometimes. And then 2 Simorg Bird of Beginning.
Now, this card was, killing everybody.
Yeah, that helped me win 3 of my matches today. Being able to search a Smorg card, I'm just going to pull them out right now.
Yeah.
Smorg Repulsion and Smorg Sky Battle. This didn't come up nearly as much, but it's just a generally good card for the deck in general. So this is essentially just Giant Trunade, and it puts one in the graveyard, puts a Winged Beast in the graveyard as cost. So essentially being able to send Nerval off of that, or being able to send Cobalt Sparrow off of that, you'll be able to special it back. You can special Cobalt Sparrow back with Warbler if you got it in hand, so this is just a great follow-up card in general. But yeah, Smorg Bird of Brigading. That card's insane.
It is. If you don't know what it does, just hit it. Like
just hit it, yeah. Honestly,
that bounced my Cowboy Grave and my Imperm.
Yeah.
Just back to my hand.
Yeah, it's really good. Also, it has a revival effect. If your opponent controls no set spells and traps, you can special summon it, but banish it when it leaves the field. So it can get you an extra body on field if you need it for damage, or if you just need it for link material.
Nice.
So is that your normal summon?
This is my target normal summon of the deck, essentially. It could also be Fractal, or it could be Nerval. Essentially, either of those three will do it, but this is like one of the more powerful normal summons, especially if you need it in matchup. You can also search it with Shreg if you need to extend through your combos. Your opponent's got some problematic back row. It's not too bad that way. Alright, onto the spells. 3 Bird Call, of course. Fucking broken. This card, like, this seems like some kid wrote it down thinking the birds look cool, and they're like, this is gonna be a great idea, and they just went with it, you know? Like, it's honestly ridiculous.
This ate so much of his Apex Avian, especially when I needed it the most.
Yep. It was like we both had like no cards on hand. Apex Avian, top deck Bird Call, and I knew he had Barrel fucking Canary, so I'm like, fuck, hit the Bird Call. That card's broken. Barrel Canary almost plays through it every time, but still, it's still crazy.
Yeah.
And then Where Art Thou? I'd probably up this to 1 if any, up this to 1 more, just because it can search Droll out. And being able to search Droll, I think in this meta is pretty powerful. Against like, I don't know if PK searches that much comparatively, but I know that this deck does.
Yeah.
What else? And then the one ofs at 1, call by 1/1, just broken. This man's not playing 1/1. I couldn't figure out why.
Hey, there's a way, right? Okay, I'll explain it in my profile, guys. Just stay tuned for that.
Got it. And then 3 Imperm to finish up the hand trap lineup. And then 3 Featherstorm.
In the main.
In the main, of course. Everyone tells me not to main it, but I think it's just great. I think it's a good card to always have on hand. I might try siding it just because everyone's telling me not to main it. Maybe put something instead of Chalice instead, something that's more proactive and reactive. You could use it either or. Then for those 2 Smorg cards, Smorg Sky Battle, it's actually really good if you can't get Link Rebo out in your combo. Whatchamacallit, it prevents all wing beasts from being targeted by card effects or for attacks, except for the ones with the highest attack. So essentially, if you got Smorg on the field, he's going to just suck up everything, and he naturally can't be targeted for card effects. So essentially, your opponent can't target anything.
So it's pretty much a lock.
Yeah, it's a lock, essentially.
Right.
And then that card again. And then 1 Revolt, in case it comes in clutch, and 1 Imperial Order.
Nice. How many times did you see IO?
I saw IO no times today, actually.
Damn.
I saw Reboot more than that. Fucking Reboot saving the day.
Man, Reboot saved my ass against Sword Soul.
Sword Soul, yeah. For me, I was playing Flunderies, and then he chained Featherstorm, which I'm running too, and I'm like, that shit's gonna fuck me up. I activated Duster, he chains Featherstorm, and then I chain Reboot from hand, and he gets to set the trap, but I nuke it anyways. That was fucking insane. And I got the kill on the follow-up, which felt great.
Alright, for the side deck.
Side deck, alright. So, back row hate first off, Reboot, Smorg Repulsion, and Harpy's Feather Duster. So, Smorg Repulsion, searchable in Engine, Feather Duster, a great card. And Reboot, it's Reboot.
It's Reboot.
And then onto the monster lineup, 3 Lance. Just because PK banishes a lot. It's not as nearly prevalent in the meta, but I think it's just great in general. Yeah. He just read some more Repulsion, man's like, that's insane.
And you can, so like, I just realized you can banish that, right? And then reduce this dude to 1 and then special summon off the other dudes.
Absolutely.
Which is so
insane.
nasty.
Yep, I told you. Gas. Straight gas. And my main deck ratios for hand traps are a little weird with the 2 Droll and 1 Nib, but I've got the makeup for it in the side.
Yeah.
Just because I'm like, I feel like Nib might come in handy. I don't know why I'm actually putting 1 in. I should probably change that up. But Droll, searchable in Engine, crazy.
Yeah.
And then for going second, hard going second, it's going to be 3 Evenly and 3 Dark Ruler. Dark Ruler evenly scooped, that's just all I'm going to say. Like, if that ever happens to you, like, unless you're PK, there's probably no coming back.
No, there is no coming back. I did that. I was playing Plunders. This guy scooped it up after just watching the Evenly back. He didn't even banish, he just scooped it up.
It was disgusting. That's a disgusting move. Alright, so extra. We got Nightingale. Card's fucking insane. I witnessed this man OTK like 4 times today with it.
I'm proud.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
I made Nightingale with like 10 materials.
There's check out the OTK online with Nightingale and Ghost Trick. It's pretty crazy. FTK, pardon.
FTK.
All right, and then we're gonna go into the other Lyriluscs we got. Ensemble Blue, people usually run 2. I'm opting to run 1 because I'm not really using it that frequently, and sometimes dealing with back row is hard for this deck, which is why I'm running the Smorg Repulsion Engine, and this shuffles a spell trap back into the deck.
Yeah.
Worst comes to worst, it can bait out a Fog Blade on a PK board where I just impermed Bardiche and they had like two Fog Blades set.
Yeah.
Recital Starling, God tier. Why is this card not once per turn hard? It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Zeus is Zeus.
Yeah, makes sense.
For the links, we have the tri-package first. 2 mismatched rarities, of course, because why not?
You gotta establish dominance over your opponent, you know?
Exactly. It's like if I want to flex, if I'm feeling, humble or whatever.
Humble, very humble.
And then Bear Brum, if I really need to search Revolt in a certain instance. Also, the discard effect, the secret effect of Bear Brum is pretty crazy. Being able to pull back your banished Cobalt Sparrow to special summon a level 1, or Nerval to go in again, or even Smorg to just get that banish and extra body effect. It's pretty crazy. Another controversial, 2 Smorg.
Which threw me off so hard.
Yup. So, and the main reason is because if my opponent nibs me, if I just go main 2 with Smorg and like 2 sets on the field pass, my opponent nibs me. I typically have Karis and Cobalt Sparrow in my hand, or not Cobalt Sparrow, Barrel Canary in my hand for the follow-up. So I can either discard Barrel Canary, special Karis, or activate Barrel Canary effect, and then still end with the Smorg, Apex, or Barrier Statue lock, no matter how I want it, or how I see it. And then Harpy's Conductor, allowing me to activate Featherstorm from hand, pretty crazy sometimes. Like if my opponent's holding their effects, and I get 2 wins on board, I go this and I try to go for my big extenders, wait till they activate a negate of a monster effect, and then Featherstorm from hand. Double Dragon Lords, it's hard to cut it, even though it technically could be cut. It's just such a powerful card, like being able to bounce.
Yeah, it's just one of those cards that eats a negation or eats an interruption.
Yeah, definitely. And then Linkuriboh, protect the barrier. That's all I gotta say. Like it's a great card in general. Just like people say, like play Almirage instead, but since I'm not running Kid, it doesn't really make sense to play Almirage.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, Almirage, like Linkuriboh honestly is good against the mirror, just because you make sure that the Nightingale doesn't resolve as much.
Yeah, exactly. Nightingale can still attack. Its attack will be 0, and you can still go into Zeus, which is crazy still, but at least not eating that much damage is not bad.
It won't die though.
Yeah.
Alright, any shoutouts?
Future?
Any shoutouts? Oh, that's my grandpa. What was that?
No Utopic Future?
No Utopic Future? I don't have it yet. I'm broke.
You would play it though.
I would play it, essentially. I don't know what I'd cut, but I would definitely play Utopic Future.
Any shoutouts before we wrap this up?
Shoutouts to Ernesto for playing in the mirror against me. I was like, one of us needs this win, but hey, I'm glad we're here. We should before the match, after shit's good vibes.
Yeah, good vibes.
Shout out to Emporium, of course, $50 store credit.
Emporium.
Shout out to Fisher with the
Shout out Fisher, bro.
On tech, Fisher on tech for the video.
On tech, bro.
And yeah.
Yeah,
Enjoy
that's it,
Win
bro.
Games Yu-Gi-Oh!
Alright, bro. Alright, like, share, subscribe. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.